Well, September 11th started for me early in the morning. I was on my way to a meeting at the Metropolitan Correctional Facility, the federal jail there. And I got off the train at the Brooklyn Bridge stop. And when I came out, I noticed people were looking up. So I looked up, I came out and I looked up at them, and what I saw was the plane already had hit the first tower, and part of it was just hanging out. And I stood there just watching, and what I was seeing, what I thought I was seeing, was debris falling. I didn't know at that time it was people jumping out until I went home and looked at the television. While I was standing there, I saw the second plane came by and hit the other tower. And that was the scariest moment of my life. I got back to my office, and you know, everything is just crazy in my head, what I just witnessed. And then talking to other people in the facility, nothing is normal for that day. Everybody's concerned, running around. Some people are crying. They brought an inmate to me, to my office. His mother worked for Goldman Sachs in one of the towers there. And that day, I believe it was, take your daughters to work. And that day he lost his mother and two sisters. That was traumatic. We had him in my office for just about all day, talking to him. Just talking to him, and he was just crying, you know, all the time, just crying. And you know, you're lost for words. What do you say? I try my best to talk to him. I got a call from my director informing me that they wanted me to go to the morgue area at Bellevue, and I was assigned there at the morgue at Bellevue area. They had a makeshift tent for us, the chaplains. My role at the morgue there was to be a point of contact religiously for people. When they come in, we were supposed to do our best in talking to them, encouraging them, inspiring them. We couldn't preach, we couldn't have service. Most of the times when they came in there, we read from the Psalms, which was soothing to them, and we talked to them about how admirably that the things they were doing, it was meaningful, their presence, their input, just being there for one another. The fire department ambulances will bring in bodies, and every time they're bringing a body, they would line up facing each other, and we would just get out there, stand there, we would salute as they're bringing different bodies, different people as they find them. And every time that happened, it was a new reliving the emotions. Excuse me. I didn't think I'd feel this way. I remember the mayor. You can see the tears rolling down, including the commissioner, as they bring the bodies in, and slowly just walking, slowly. That stood out in my mind. That's a picture I have in my mind, like it happened 10 minutes ago. Yeah, that's the one thing that stood out. We were at the morgue area there, and they brought in some, well, it wasn't bodies, it's body parts. And man, that was, I mean to just be there, and people are picking up body parts. These are people that some people work with, some knew, and that was traumatic. Whatever they brought in, it was met with dignity and respect. We stood at attention and give the respect that we thought was deserved. I remember those moments. A lot of people learned from that experience because it brought people together. People were talking to people that they didn't know. I think that some of the people that came and spoke and talked to us and hugged us and we shared and hugged and even sometimes cried together would not have done those things under normal circumstances. So that experience changed people. We were there, we understood the charge we had as chaplains while we were there. We understood that. We understood that we were there to help people. So we had to have a certain amount of strength in order to do that. So we understood that. So we supported one another in any way we could, just talking to them. Good. I was present a few months ago when we went down to the memorial there. For the first time I was there. And I was walking through, looking at things, and I saw pictures. I saw pictures of the morgue area when they were bringing in the bodies, and I paused and I remember I was there. I was there. So it made me feel good that they're finally including us in the memorial and recognizing everything that the Department of Correction staff has done while they were there. Yeah, it made me feel great.